Incredible views on a 1 acre lot with pickleball in the backyard. Let's take a look. In this video, I'm walking you through a home that has one of the best views from a second floor balcony that you'll see in Leander, Texas, a fast growing suburb outside of Austin, Texas. Now, there are so many different upgrades that were put into this entire property, and I'm going to do my best to cover as many details as possible. Many of them are going to be in the backyard where you're going to see a massive patio extension. We're going to go to that pickleball court. There's a basketball net back there. There's an outdoor kitchen, and there's so many different fun parts of this home that I want to show you so that if you're looking to move to Leander, Texas, this home is currently for rent at $4,900 a month. But if you love this home, you want to just buy it outright, reach out to me. This is also an off-market listing, and we'll cover that later on in the video. Now, I've toured every single floor plan that's been built in this 1 acre lot section in this community, and I can tell you none of them opens up like this plan. This is the Medina plan, and it's built by Milestone, and this is a 2023 build. Now, it's over 3,700 square feet. It has 5 bedrooms, with 2 bedrooms being downstairs. It has 3 full bathrooms, and as you can tell, it has one of the most incredible views just from the first floor. Now, this is an east-facing home, so that means the sunset sets on the back of the home, and so you have these beautiful sunsets that come in and bring in so much great natural light, showing off a lot of the upgrades that were in this home. Now, we're gonna start right here in the kitchen, and what my clients always tell me they love about kitchens are cabinets. They want to see as many cabinets as possible, and one of the upgrades they did with the builder for this home is they ran cabinets all the way down this side, so this entire wall is kitchen cabinets with the backsplash extended all the way down to that back wall. Now, these upgrades are nice, but wait until you see that view. We will get out to that backyard. I know you're getting glimpses of it through almost every single window that we've seen so far, but you have to see some of these upgrades. Like, they did a backsplash going all the way up to the ceiling, which just forces your eyes to look all the way up and recognize the tall ceilings that are in this main living area. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about as we circle back around to this kitchen island. You'll see back into that living room that just feels so open. And while we look at this, let me introduce myself. My name's Raj Sahu. I'm a realtor in Austin, Texas, and I've represented clients with 20 different builders. So I'm going to give you the perspective of walking these homes with dozens and dozens of my clients. And I can tell you, one of the first things I hear from people is when they say they love a beautiful view, they love the idea of having a dining table that captures that view. They want to enjoy their morning cup of coffee or their lunch, or at sunset when they're eating dinner. They want to see that view right from their dining table. And I got to tell you, when we were building this home, it was questionable whether we were going to get a view from the first floor. Sometimes you don't know. This is just a lot of dirt, a lot of trees in this lot, and you don't know how things are going to shape up. I put my drone up in the air when we were looking at this home as just a lot. We knew we were going to get an incredible view from the second floor, which I can't wait for you to see. But when the concrete slab went up on this home, we knew we were going to get a great view from the first floor as well, and it was so exciting to see that. Now, if you can imagine this, those pillars that you see in front of us, that was the end of the patio. Everything else that you see beyond that point is what the homeowners put into this home that you can get as a rental, or if you want to buy this home, again, we do have it as an off-market listing as well. Now, this is one of the largest patio extensions I have ever seen. In fact, there was about $70,000 worth of concrete put into this backyard, and there's so many different fun elements of this backyard. You see a basketball net with a pickleball court on the left side. You see garden beds down those steps. On the right side here, we have a fire pit and an outdoor kitchen area, and then even more steps on the right side for more gardening or whatever you want to do there. And I'll give you some ideas of what some homeowners are doing in this community. But I gotta first point back up at that second floor balcony because I cannot wait for you to see the views that are from that balcony. When you get up there, I can tell you it's a great summary of why so many people move to the Austin metro area. I think some people move here first because of the growth that's happening here, because of, tech companies that are coming to the North Austin area, like Apple's building their second headquarters south of here, Amazon is there, Microsoft is there. There's 2 children's hospitals being built south of here, right off of the highway that I'm going to get to a little bit later. That's right outside of this community. So you have quick access to get down south. But what so many people tell me is outside of the growth and the jobs that's here, they want to enjoy the outdoors. They want an outdoor kitchen like this that has a beautiful pergola that looks out to a view. And for so many of my clients that move here from Seattle, they tell me that this is their dream. They love Seattle. It's a beautiful city. They work at Amazon or Microsoft, or maybe they just work at a tech company that's allowing them to work from home, and they're in Seattle. But the problem is they look out their window and it's gray 8-9 months out of the year. I used to say 6 months, and a lot of people from Seattle correct me and they say, no, it's 9 months. It's gray, it's raining a lot, and they just don't feel like they can enjoy the outdoors like they can here. And then for all my clients that call me from California, they work at Apple, they work at Google, or they work at some company in California that they love the topography, the beauty of the West Coast. California is such an amazing state. But what would it cost for you to get this amount of land with a garden in your backyard, with a pickleball court that we're about to see, a fire pit that we just saw before this? There's just so much going on in this backyard. And when people see these types of backyards, these types of homes that are open concept here in Texas, then they ask themselves, well, what would this cost where we live? And I've had clients joke around of like, how much would this cost in California, or how much would this cost in Seattle? And it's surprising seeing the drastic cost difference between these different areas. And before anybody gets triggered, I just have to say, this is what I'm hearing from people that are moving here, right? And I'm not ragging on the state of California or Seattle or Portland or any of these cities. I think they're amazing places to be. The difference is the way Austin was built is very different from the cities on the West Coast. Austin is expanding wide very fast instead of going vertical with all these different skyscrapers, towers, and everything being in one centralized location. And what that allows is for real estate opportunities like this one. Like, for example, you could have a fire pit like this that has an incredible view that looks out for miles and miles right off the back of your home. You can also have a pickleball court right here in your backyard. And there are multiple pickleball courts in this community, and there's tournaments and leagues that are played inside of this community in various different backyards in this neighborhood. And I think that falls right under the city mantra of Austin, which is keep Austin weird. If you've ever heard of that phrase, keep Austin weird, I think it really just means don't take things so seriously. Work hard, but have fun too, right? That's why people move here. They want to come for the events and the lifestyle. And I think this backyard really showcases the lifestyle that's possible here in the Austin metro area. And that's the exact combination I was alluding to earlier. This is what people tell me they want when they're moving to the Austin metro area. They want lifestyle, they want beauty, and they want to be around that topography that's here, especially along the west and northwest corridor of the Austin metro area. And then they want to be around growth. I mentioned some various tech companies that are built south of here. There are also 2 children's hospitals that just finished up around 13 miles south of this exact home. And then there's big developments that are coming here in Leander that I'll talk about later on in a video. What I want to get back to is the inside of this home, because what so many people tell me they want is they want an open concept home. And usually what that means is they want a living room with very tall ceilings and windows off the back wall that just make it feel like it's open into the patio. And that's exactly what this home accomplishes with this living room that's open to the second story. You can see up into the game room, and then there are 3 bedrooms upstairs, again 2 bedrooms downstairs, so you still get a lot of great privacy in this open concept home. And that's a tough combination to have, open concept but still have enough rooms in the home to get you the privacy that you need. And I didn't even mention there is also a study downstairs, so if you work from home, you need a dedicated study. there is a great space for that. There are also great upgrades in the home, like a lot of electrical put into the home for great lighting. You see that here in the primary bedroom where they have a double tray ceiling. You also see speakers up in the ceiling in different parts of this home, and that's because this was made for entertaining. If you like entertaining, you want to have a party and you want music playing throughout your home, there's definitely an option for that. If you just like waking up to music, there are so many different electrical upgrades that were put into this home that I think a lot of people would love to have. And while we're in the primary bathroom, I want to dive into that a little bit deeper. So most of the time when we're looking at homes that already exist and we're comparing them to the builder that's still in the neighborhood, we talk about all these different upgrades that the homeowner has done just so that you know, hey, you can buy this home at a certain price, but with the builder, they have this base price on their website, but what you're not seeing is you have to add a lot premium to that base price. You have to add all these upgrades to that base price, and that's when it starts to look a lot higher than that price that you're seeing online. In this case, we don't have to do that because you can't build in this neighborhood anymore. They have 2 inventory homes for sale. Those 2 inventory homes don't have the upgrades that are in this home, but bottom line is those are going to sell. And if you're looking to build, the build option for homes on 1 acre lots do not exist around this area. They do exist much further up north from here. In fact, a lot of those communities are starting to finish out. For example, there's one that's 7 miles north of here that has their last inventory homes that are about to sell, and then they're done in that neighborhood. And what you're going to see are 1 acre lot communities that do come up in the future, but they're going to be several miles, even 10 plus miles north of this community. And as we all know in real estate, location is everything. And so we're going to talk a little bit later about what's going on right outside of this neighborhood off of 183, and then what are some of the big developments that are coming to this area that are making communities like this very attractive. And this is also very attractive, a study that looks out to that massive driveway where there's a 2-car side entrance garage and a separate 1-car carriage garage. What's also very attractive about homes like this are when they put in motorized blinds in so many windows across the home. I'm going to show that to you right here. And this makes such a big difference because when the sun goes down, you want a little bit more privacy in your home. It's so great to just be able to click a button as you go room by room here and the blinds just shut. What's even better than that is when you wake up in the morning and you say, I want to see that sun, I want to wake up, enjoy my morning cup of coffee, and you can just press a button, and not only do you get a ton of natural light coming in to your main living area, as well as some of the various rooms that have these motorized shades, but you also get that incredible view. And it is breathtaking walking into this home for the first time and seeing that view just be unveiled by those motorized blinds. It's simply incredible. And I have to say, for so many people looking at homes in this current market, a lot of times they look at different builders, they look at different inventory homes, and what they don't project is the money that they're gonna have to put into the home in these various projects after closing. For example, motorized blinds alone is $25,000. And for so many of the upgrades that were put into the backyard that we saw previously, that along with the blinds in this home total to $200,000 that were put into this home after closing. That's not even the upgrades that were done with the builder. And if you've bought and sold many homes before, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But for some people who've never bought a home before, or you bought a starter home where you may not put as many upgrades in that home, which makes sense, that's a starter home. A lot of people turn their starter homes into rentals anyway. Then I think you may not know that there is a lot that goes into these homes where you can spend quite a bit if you do it on your own, or you can just buy a home that already has these different upgrades already put into the home. Now, this is one of those parts of the home that, outside of upgrades, just the flow of the plan and the functionality make a lot of sense. So many of my clients tell me they need a second spare bedroom downstairs for their parents. They don't want them going up and down the steps. And there was a separate powder bath that you could close off there so guests have access to the commode and the sink. But if that door is closed, they can't get access to the bathtub and the other sink that's there. And so I thought that was a great design to get privacy while still having guest access to a bathroom. Now, what we just saw was the garage entry door that goes to the 2-car side entrance garage. Obviously, before that, we saw the utility room, which had the washer and dryer in it and some great cabinetry in there. I want to give my clients who are living in the home some privacy. At the time I'm recording this video, obviously this home is occupied. So for all realtors watching this, please reach out to myself or the co-listing agent, Rambo, for access to this property, because you do need to make an appointment. For everybody else that is just watching, that's thinking about either renting this home or buying it off market, stick with me because there is still so much to see here, like that light fixture, which you can see through the window. And it's one of those things where I couldn't showcase it necessarily during the daytime, but when you approach this home at night and you can see that beautiful light fixture through the window, as soon as you walk down the driveway to enter this home, it is spectacular. But nothing beats this view that you get from the second floor, and it hits you right when you get to the top of the stairwell. And that's because there are 4 transom windows in this living room that are great for bringing in natural light. But when you get to the top of the stairwell and you can see right out those 4 transom windows, and then you have these 2 large windows in this game room area that just look out for miles and miles and miles, it makes this space feel so much larger, even on the inside of the home. I can't tell you how many times I've walked through homes with incredible views with my clients, and I asked them to estimate the square footage for the home that we just walked, and they always overestimate, because views and that feeling that you get looking out through those windows just makes everything feel massive. What's also great is the pre-wiring and the speakers that were already done in this game room. Now, the game room projector and the projector screen are not included, but you saw speakers in the ceiling, so this is already wired up for surround sound. And for so many people that are looking for that theater experience inside their home, you have the opportunity to have that right there in the game room. But nothing compares to this. When you get out to this second floor balcony, it is absolutely amazing. It feels like you're on top of Leander, like everything else is down there in the distance, and you just have this incredible view of the sky. Even on a cloudy day like this, it just looks spectacular. And then you can look down to your pickleball court and that huge patio extension, which I think is so fun. So you can enjoy the outdoors, you can do gardening, you can play sports, you can hang out in your outdoor kitchen. And when you want to just come up and relax and enjoy the view, to have a second floor balcony up here, it's just unbelievable. And this is what so many people tell me they want to have in their home, but it's tough finding an open concept home on a huge plot of land. And that's why this is such a unique value proposition. Now, I want to dive into that a little bit deeper because we are in a community called Bonnet, and I want to go a little bit more in detail on what this looks like and the location and why this is very important. First off, this section is a lot of 1 acre lots. The exact lot size is shown in the MLS system. So if you want more details on that, check up on this property that is for rent, again, at $4,900 a month. So you can see all of that. What you can also see is this home ties into Leander ISD, and the elementary school is actually in the neighborhood right next to this one called Larkspur. And that is something that is such a high value proposition for a lot of people that are moving here with young kids. They want those kids to go to school close by. And here you have it right inside the neighborhood of Larkspur, which is right next to this 1 acre lot section. Now, for so many of my clients that reach out to me, schools is their #1 priority. They might have young kids and they're really focused on the school system. And so if you want more information on what that looks like, reach out to me. I think it requires an in-depth discussion showing you a map of various schools, what the ratings look like, what the trends look like in that area. And I think understanding those trends is very important. But the next part that people really should be focusing on is future resale. For so many people, future resale is such a big factor because this is a massive asset that you're buying into, and you want to know what the trajectory looks like for your asset, right? And for so many people looking at this area, you can't find 1 acre lot properties that have open concept homes on them, that have views on them, that are east facing, that have an incredible backyard. There's just so many different boxes that this home checks, and I don't foresee this type of home being built over and over again across Leander. The simple reason why is this land was purchased many years ago by the builders, so the pricing reflected that. Now the pricing of land in Leander is very expensive, and so you either have high-end luxury homes that are 5,000 plus square foot homes getting built out that are not on huge properties anymore. The lot sizes are much smaller than this, or you have a lot of detached condo product. That's the way that they're monetizing land. In other words, you buy into this home, I don't foresee the supply of these types of home increasing other than communities that are going to be located 10 miles north of here. And obviously homes like this have a big advantage over homes like that, just because of the developments that are happening very close by to these communities. For example, this community is close by to the project of Leander Northline. It's a massive mixed-use development project where they're going to have restaurants, shops, stores, an event lawn, so many different amenities coming to that huge project. There's also another planned project called Leander Springs. It's a $1 billion lagoon project that has so much going on in it. It's also a mixed-use development project, and that's coming close by to this community. So if you want to be close by to big developments, you want to be close by to jobs that are coming south of here at those tech companies that I mentioned previously, you want to have views, you want a pickleball court in your backyard, reach out to me. My number's at the bottom of the description of this video. I can get you more information on this home as a rental. Also, if you want to purchase it, we can talk about the details of what that looks like. And as always, hope this helps. Take care, everyone.